Good morning. Oh, welcome to Faith-Filled Gentle Flow. I hope I'm in the picture. I don't know. Oh, okay, so here we are. It's Friday. The trash truck is going by and the neighbors are going by. I don't know. Anyway, I've got the door open because the sun is finally shining again. So, oh, yes, a lot of things have happened in this world lately and this last week, these last few days. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit out of sorts. So, but we're here, and God is God, and He is on the throne no matter what life throws at us. So we can be grateful and thankful for that, and just be glad to be alive and breathing. And sorry, it's noisy today. All right, so the news is we are going to be back live face-to-face next week. So I will be at the studio in Harrisonville on next Friday, and on next Tuesday night I'll be doing a Rest and Restore on Tuesday nights and on Friday live. So and that's over in Harrisonville. And then at Get Fit in Holden, I'll be there on Tuesdays at 6 a.m. Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Had to think about that for a minute. And Fridays at noon. And then here on in Christy's yoga group and on Love Yoga to Go, on Tuesdays at 10, I will be on the page with This World Is Not Our Home, breath and meditation devotional, breath and devotional. And then on Thursday nights, I'm going to keep doing the Rest and Restore, or maybe a hybrid of both. So a little bit of gentle flow, a little bit of rest, an hour of forgetting our worries and leaving them behind. So that is what is coming up. All right. So if you're not already on your mat, go ahead and find your way there. Let's roll down to our backs this morning. So we're going to start on our backs, just in a comfortable place. You can lay out long, like a final rest, or you can take your knees to the wide edges of the mat, or take your feet to the wide edges of the mat, put your knees together so you're kind of triangled. If you want to put a blanket underneath your knees, go ahead and feel free to do that. Just find a moment. We're just going to take a couple of minutes there to find our breath and to calm everything within us this Friday morning. So I'm going to go back and meet you as you find your way to your mat. So this is where I want to go today. I'm still working out of, on Fridays, this little coloring book. And today I chose a verse from Hebrews 6:19. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. And this hope is that we have is Jesus Christ. So let's make that our intention today. We have this hope as an anchor for our soul. So as you're laying down on your mat, you might want to place a hand on your heart center and a hand on your belly. Just noticing the breath for a moment. Tuning out all the garbage. Tuning out all the ridiculousness of what's going on in the world around us for just a few minutes. Finding our peace, finding our hope, the anchor for our soul. I'm playing some classic hymns. Hopefully that's not going to trigger the Facebook powers that be. They should all be in public domain, so it shouldn't be a problem. Just breathe. Notice the rise and fall. Let's move into some 4-4-6 breath for just a moment, maybe about 4 or 5 rounds. So let's breathe in, inhale for a count of 4. Hold it for a count of 4. And let's exhale longer for a count of 6. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. One more time. Hold. Exhale. Let's take our arms up over our head, hands reaching out behind us, stretching those fingers wide, giving them a little wiggle, maybe a little wiggle of our toes, just getting some movement into our bodies. Maybe we roll our wrists, roll our ankles. All the while breathing, letting your tongue fall. Softening your face, softening your jaw. Let's bring our knees up into our heart center. Let's wrap them. Just give ourselves a nice big squeeze this morning. Take our feet up long to the sky. You can grab behind your thighs if you'd like to give yourself a little support. Flex those feet. Point the toes. Spread the toes apart. Find your goodness this morning. Find your yummy goodness. What feels good. Knees back down. Let's let those feet fall open. Find a relaxed frog. Finding breath. Bring our hands into close to our ankles or down below our knees. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. Letting our hips open a bit. Maybe we lower that to the mat. Making any adjustments we need to make. Finding that deep breath all the way down to the pelvic floor, expanding the hips. Maybe we open our mouth and release the breath. Close the wings of our butterfly up. Let's bring our feet to the wide edges of the mat. Opening our arms where they're comfortable and finding some windshield wipers this morning. We have this hope. Jesus Christ is an anchor for the soul. I don't know about you, but my soul is weary this morning. So much unnecessary hatred going on. next time we come up, let's come back to center. Maybe bring our feet a little bit closer in. Let's cross an ankle over the thigh. Just let that hip open a bit. Just let gravity kind of pull the knee away from the hip. Maybe you feel a little tension right in your hip crease. Deep inhale. As we exhale, let's take the sole of the foot over to the side, to the floor. I'm going to have to make some adjustments. I've got my chairs back in my living room in anticipation. So let the sole of the foot come to the floor, making any adjustments you need to make. You can leave your head facing up. You can take it to the side, facing the foot that's on the floor, or you can take it the opposite side for a nice little neck stretch coming down the shoulder. When you're ready, let's press up that foot back to the floor. Unwrap the ankle. Switch sides. Once again, letting gravity open the opposite hip. Reminding ourselves that Jesus is the anchor for our soul. Let's take a couple or three more breaths right here. When you're ready, go ahead and exhale that foot down to the floor. You can slide the other foot over so your foot reaches, making any adjustments. Taking your chin to whatever place you'd like, whatever level of stretch you feel your body needs today. Making this your practice this morning. Letting the tension melt out of your body. Releasing any racing thoughts. Handing them over to the God that created this universe and all that is within it. Take one more nice deep belly breath. And find ourselves back at center, unwrapping our feet, Let's bring our knees back into our chest. Bring our hands up to our shins. Maybe take a little rock from side to side. Make little circles. Just giving our lower back some attention today. And when you're ready, you can either roll up forward or you can roll into the side. Bring your hand to the floor and press yourself up nice and gently to an easy seat. I'm going to find a blanket. I didn't give you any pose enhancers today, but if you have a blanket, you might. Just take it and put it underneath your hips. Raising your hips up just a little bit to let your knees be lower, somewhat lower. Taking a nice deep breath into your belly, expanding the hips, the sitting bones. Elongating the spine through that breath. Crown of the head rises up. Tucking chin to chest. Inhaling the chin towards the sky. Exhaling it down. Some slow yeses here. Nice and gentle. We have a hope that is an anchor for our soul. We don't have to be tossed and turned. We can remain steady through the storm. It's been a common theme that's come back to me through this crisis. And when you're ready, on your next sweep through center, go ahead and stop. Take another nice deep breath, deep into the belly. Expand that belly out. Expand those ribs out all the way up to the heart center. You might feel the breath rise. And as you exhale, take your chin over one shoulder. Inhale across center, making some sweeping nose. And when you're ready, sweeping again back to center. I'm going to make some adjustments, hopefully, so you can see me a little bit better. Let's take our legs out long. You can leave that blanket underneath your hips. Again, just taking a nice stretch here. Pressing the heels out, toes back towards you. Taking that nice deep breath. Let's bring our feet together in. They don't have to be up close. They can be stretched out a little bit. Make a nice diamond shape with your legs. Let's take that nice deep inhale. Sweep our arms up overhead and take our palms towards the floor or towards your feet. Now, your forward fold here may not be very deep, and that's okay. want to focus on bringing your heart center forward, not rounding the spine, but following the natural curve of your back. Taking that breath deep into the belly, maybe you find your body melting down a little bit more. Making adjustments as you go. Taking one more breath here. Maybe even rising up a little bit and releasing back down. And walking yourself back to sitting. Let's crisscross applesauce the opposite way. So whichever foot was in front, let's bring the other one forward. Kitty's coming to join us. Maybe not. Yeah, she's right out of camera. All right, so let's bring our hands down to the floor. Flip the palms over. Nice big inhale as the arms rise up. Exhale, pray down to heart center. Let's inhale forward. I always think of a boat going through water here. Exhale and expand those arms open wide to His grace. Maybe your chin even tilts a little forward. Inhale up. Exhale, heart. Inhale that boat out. Exhale, open wide. One more time. Let's bring one hand across our body, maybe laying it up even up on our shoulder. Bring the other hand to the other shoulder. We're going to find a deltoid stretch here for our shoulders. So you can leave your arm out if that's comfortable for you. Fold it up. We're going to stretch out, bringing some pressure in to the shoulder. Letting those shoulders release down a little bit. And next exhale, let's take those arms wide. Cross the body the other way. Give ourselves a little shoulder stretch on this side. This side may be a little different. God did not design our bodies on each side in the same way. Let's take one more breath. And release our hands down. Do some wrist exercises here this morning. So we're going to bring our hand out in front, let that wrist flop down. We're going to take our thumb to our palm, other four fingers go over the top. And we're going to roll our shoulder down and back so we're not all scrunched up. And then we're going to just gently press in with those four fingers. Just stretching out the muscles, the tendons. Flip the palm over, thumb goes to the top of the hand, fingers to the palm. Nice little bit of tension there, not to the point of pain. And releasing down, maybe shaking that hand out a little bit, rolling the wrist. Making some fists. Right, to the other side. Maybe take a little shoulder roll even. I don't know. I felt that go all the way up my arm. You might not have. All right, we're going to take the other hand out. Remembering your breath here. And let's flip the palm. Letting that shoulder release. And release back to the lap. Let's sweep ourselves around to tabletop. If you have a blanket, move it to the side. Let's come up on our knees. Spread our fingers wide. Plant the finger pads down on the mat in front of you. And slide your fingers down. Middle finger should be facing the front. We'll find our nice strong tabletop here. Letting our belly sink, our chin rise. Alternating, letting our back round into cat. Finding some gentle movement. When you're ready, the next time you come through center, go ahead and land back at tabletop. Let's take our hands a little bit farther forward, again planting those finger pads down and sliding down, finding a lot of distance between our fingers, maybe cupping the palms a little so our pressure is not on the heel of our hand. We're going to tuck our toes, moving into a nice deep knee bent down dog. Maybe we paddle the feet out. Maybe we plant one heel down and then the other. Let's come up to our tiptoes. Come back down, knees deeply bent. Take some baby steps forward, walking to a nice forward fold, those knees deep, crisscross the arms, and just let ourselves melt here. Drop the hands down. Let's come forward from the pelvic floor. So take a nice deep breath in As you exhale, bring that pelvic floor forward, rolling yourself up in the natural form of your body. Bring those hands up gently to high mountain, exhaling them down to our sides. Let's take a little rock from side to side here. Just get a little movement going. Maybe our hands sway. Maybe we make those actions bigger. Nice little twisting action going on. Jesus is the anchor for our soul. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring those hands back down beside you. Roll the shoulders up. Just find a place of stillness for just a moment. Pressing into, again, I've been learning some new things, so pressing into the trinity of the feet. So the front two below your big toe and your pinky toe, and then right in the center of your heel. You might even lift your toes. That action brings your ankles up. And just naturally kind of brings your thighs in. You can put your toes back down if you'd like, maintaining it. So just finding a nice, gentle, relaxed mountain. Let's sink into the knees. Inhale our arms up. Exhale our prayer hands as we fold back down. Inhale, exhale as we sweep back up. Let's come into a wide leg side straddle. Inversions are awesome for stress release. So we're going to poke our hips back and fold over. Maybe just finding halfway for now. Take that breath deep into the pelvic floor. Wave yourself out nice and long. If you'd like to take that stretch deeper, go ahead and exhale down. Just take 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, press into those 3 points of the feet. Bring yourself up. Let's unfurl those hands. Let's come out to a star. And you can take your toes out a little. Let's sink down into this stretch, finding our goddess or horse, or golly, there was something else I saw it called the other day that I really liked and I can't remember what it is. Let's raise back up. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do this 2 more times. Remembering those 3 points on our toe, on our feet, so we have nice alignment. And exhale those hands down to your side. You can heel toe your feet together, or you can step together, whatever your choice is. Let's bend into those knees, take those hands down. Inhale up. And a gentle swan dive, forward fold, sinking into the knees. Finger pads on the mat, sliding down. Mindfully stepping back to your down dog. Let's move into some mountain climbers. So you're going to take your toe up and back. Toe up and back. Not going to do too many of these. Couple more. And sink back into the heels. Take your knees to the floor. Bring your toes together. You know what's coming. Sinking back into child's form. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul. Take notice of any tightness you might have in your face. See if you can soften it just a little bit. Maybe open your jaw a little. When you're ready, we're going to pull ourselves up. Let's walk a little bit forward. And lower ourselves all the way down. Elbows in, kind of a modified chaturanga, but not really. Forehead to the mat. Tops of the feet on the floor, on the mat. Let's bring our hands behind us, palms up. Take a nice deep inhale all the way down to the pelvic floor, expanding that belly out. You might even feel this more in this form. And when you're ready, rise up. Taking that breath deep. Let's try to get 3 breaths here. And exhale, release. Let it all go. Let your body sink into the mat. Maybe you turn to one cheek. Maybe you Feel your shoulders droop down to the mat. Let your feet fall. Let your elbows fall. Imagine your body getting heavy here. Just melting in. We're going to do that one more time, so bring your head back to center if it's not. Find your place of preparation. Take that deep breath. Release and rise. Toes point. Three breaths. So 2 more. Take that breath deep. And exhale to the other cheek to the other floor. Other cheek to the floor. Sinking down. Melting that body into your mat. Letting your body get heavy here. When you're ready, sweep those hands up beside your ribs. Tuck your toes under. Press yourself back gently. It's crisscross applesauce. However you get there. Actually, we're going to sweep through crisscross applesauce. Take the legs out long. Roll yourself down. Let's bring our feet to the mat underneath our hip. So fingertips grazing the heels. Palms down. Let's take a little bridge pose this morning. So when you're ready, take a nice deep inhale. And raise the hips up. Make sure your spine is long, that your chin's not tucked in. Pressing into the feet. Pressing into the shoulders. Softening your glutes. Breathing deep into the pelvic floor. And exhale, release back down. Let's take our legs long. Take our arms back overhead. Last good morning stretch. Reaching both ways. Bring those hands down to our side. Palms up. to receive or to release. If you've got things you've been holding on to, if you've been trying to be the hope for your soul, let it go. Let Jesus be the hope within you. If you need to ground, go ahead and put those palms down. So whatever you need today in this final place. As we did in a reverse Shavasana, I invite you to weigh down your body. Let it sink into the mat. Soften the back of your head. Yes, you can. Soften your shoulders. Maybe you imagine pressing down to release them. Soften your hips, your thighs, your toes, your fingers. Let it go. Melt like butter. Letting all the cares of the day leave. Let Jesus be your hope today and always. So as I've been doing, I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to encourage you to be here for another few minutes. If you think you've been here long enough, when those minutes pass, I'm going to encourage you to take another few breaths and stay there. You may not have been there as long as you think you have. And when you're ready, you can gently roll yourself over to one side, knees tucked in. Hands as a pillow for your cheek. Oh, I cannot tell you how much I strongly encourage you to take advantage of these next few minutes. Just being in stillness. And then when you're ready, bring yourself up to easy seat. Close your practice and go on with your day. Maybe a little bit more at peace, with a little bit more hope, feeling more complete and more whole. Shalom. Thanks for being here. Again, back in the studio next week. Except for Tuesday mornings and Thursday nights, I will be here. And tomorrow, yoga on the lawn. If you are interested, send me a message, leave me a comment, let me know. We'll get you all signed up for that, and I'll give you the address then. Have a great Friday.